Ben here with another market watch for Narberth and Penn Valley for the month of October. I missed last month, schedule got a little busy, but we're back for this month. Wearing my Chase Utley shirt for the Phillies World Series. And the market, same old story since the summer. Rates are increasing. There is still buyer demand. The main line is somewhat insulated from like these national headlines. Homes are sitting a little longer. Prices, aren't what they were in the start of the year, but they're still like, I don't know, historically trend, like they're online. Homes are still going for pretty much like sometimes over ask, sometimes near ask. So yeah, it's just sellers have to be a little smarter with their pricing. And you're not going to sell it in a weekend unless it's like an amazing home at a really low price. That still happens. But yeah, it'll sit now for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes you still get like about asking price, even if it sits that long, which earlier in the year, like if it's at for 2 weeks, then they had to do a price drop. So that's like a new development, which is like how it normally is. So yeah, people keep saying market normalized, and that's kind of what it is. And with the mortgage rates so high, lenders now are finding creative ways to kind of help buyers out. So something that we're seeing more is arms mortgages, and then we're seeing also buy downs where the buyer, pays a little more for the house than the seller gives them a seller assist to help them with the buy down. And when there's a will, there's a way. That's kind of how it's going. All right, going to share my screen. So in Narberth and Penn Valley, there's actually a decent amount of activity. There's more like the month supply of inventory, which is a metric used to determine if it's a buyer or seller market. Basically, it's like if no more homes came on the market, how long would it take for the current amount of homes to sell? That number is higher now than it has been, which indicates that it's like less of a seller's market. However, it's 3.0 right now, and like 6.0 is a balanced market. So it's still like very much in the seller side, but it just means that there's more of an inventory supply for buyers out there. So again, sellers just have to be a little smarter with how they price it, have to be a little more patient, but homes still sell pretty quickly. All right, so this one on North Narberth Ave, that's a newly active home. That's the exact location is not the best. It's right behind like that shops, like the parking lot right on Montgomery Ave. 500 Dudley Ave. This one's now active for 175. If you've driven by it in the last, I don't know how long, you have definitely noticed it. That was a private exclusive for a while. Now it's like public, so anyone can see it. There's a couple here on Centennial. This one on Avon is 2.15, which is like not, that's proper Narberth for over 2. This one on Hollow Cove, it's been on for a while. They've had numerous price drops. The interior of that is absolutely gorgeous. The pictures do not do it justice, unfortunately. It's just in a tough location. Like it's on a very private road that's hard to reach and kind of isolated. But if you care about the interior of a home and not really, if you have to drive everywhere, that home is really, really cool. This one on Dudley, on again, off again, 465 for 3-bed, 1-bath, just over 1,000 square feet. This one on Conshohocken State Road, that, I mean, talk about on and off again. Yeah, I guess that price, I don't know. That just hasn't gotten to, the closing line yet. Sometimes that happens. This one on Flat Rock, 1395. This one has only been on there for like 21 days, and like maybe this home at the start of the year would have sold already, but now in this new reality, sometimes those homes will sit a bit. This one on Sandy Circle for 850. It's been up for a little bit. All right, so those are all the active homes or the ones with price drops. So now we're getting to the under contract and pending homes. This one on Brayburn is under contract for 1.4. And again, some of these prices might seem like high to you, and like even going through the past, first half of the year, but sellers can still get like a good price on their homes. So if that's holding you back or whatever, it's just, you can still get a good price. Anyways, that one on Brayburn, that was actually another private exclusive. So that means like if you were a Compass agent or their client, like you had access to that before it went public. Sometimes sellers want to sell homes privately, and then they went public. So, if you're thinking of buying and you are just using like Zillow or Redfin or whatever, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. You should use a realtor, like one, because we could see coming soon homes online, and then two, a Compass agent, because sometimes we have access to private exclusive homes that don't make it to other brokerages. But yeah, that home was pretty nice. All right, this one on Fairview for 1.9, that was listed at like 2.5 ages ago, and then just didn't sell. That was like right around when the market kind of shifted, so they did a huge price drop and then they got under contract. This one on Dudley, that sold pretty quickly, and it's 1.575, and it's like the property bounds like aren't that much, so it's like, it's a new construction home, is going to be gorgeous, but it's like on a postage stamp. But they get that under contract. People want NARB. This one on Mary Ave, for 630, 625. That one is pending. This one on Sandy Circle, that is pending. That was a really, really cool home. They had like a great room, which again, like you can do all this online with that button that says like click here for Narberth homes or whatever. But this, yeah, so it was super open, and then the great room, which is here, like it looked a lot cooler in person. This home on Essex, 575, that was pending. Now we got the closed homes. So this home on Haggisford for 1.1, that actually closed 6.5% below asking. That was on the market for 29 days. That's kind of new normal, I guess. This one on Marion Ave closed for 1% above asking. That was on the market for 3 days. So like I said, it's like some homes go quick, some homes don't. So that was a nice looking home. This one, 1101 Centennial, $1,001,000. Just made sure to get that one in there. So that was 9% below asking, and that was on the market for 7 days. So yeah, again, before in the start of the year, you were able to basically look at the days on market and know whether a home went over, at, or below. Now it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes sellers just, they put on a price, they don't get what they're looking for. Now they're worried that it'll sit, so they might take a lower offer. This one on Centennial was on for a month, sold 7% below asking at 135. I mean, that definitely had like a look to it. The interior is pretty nice though. The exact location was a little tough. 239 Iona Ave, that sold for its list price, 390. So they nailed that one. 3 beds, 1.5 bath, 1,200 square feet. That was on for 2 days. So yeah, if a home for under 400K in Narberth, that's not like deplorable. That's going to go pretty quickly. This one on Iona sold for 670. That was down 10% below asking. It was in the market for 67 days, and they took it off, and then it was, I guess, privately sold. And so that's like a double lot. And, I'm sure there's going to be some construction there in the near future. 227 Woodbine Ave. So this one sold above asking in 5 days, and that was only 2 beds, 1.5 bath. But the interior of this, super sharp, kind of reminds you of the city, with the exposed brickwork. So that's actually a really cool home. And then this one on Meeting House, it sold 0.6 below asking, so 795. It was listed for 8, and it's like, it's I don't know. Meeting House Lane selling for 800K. It's still somewhat of a shock, a sticker shock when I saw that, but people wanted it. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Once again, you have access to all that. And then if you have any questions about that, just feel free to reach out. All my contact info is below. And then, if you are thinking of selling, or if you know someone who's trying to move into the area and they need help, I'd love to help them out. It's what I do. I'm from Narberth. It's my hometown. So yeah, I'd love to help either you or anyone with a sale or with buying a home. There's not the most on the market right now, as you can see, but sometimes we can find some off market ones. And that's it. That's all I got. Go Phils. Hopefully we win tonight. And hopefully next month when I do this again, we'll be world champs. All right.